watching Team Motivation and Teamwork Strategies for Motivation. Talent will win games, but teamwork will win championships. Team motivation is essential. Everyone does better with a team than they can do alone. When the proper energy, knowledge, or skill of a group is put together, important tasks become a walkover. Teamwork is the hallmark of motivation. It provides a complete body with a brain to think, shoulders to stand, hands to craft, and legs to drift. It is easier for a motivated team to accomplish anything they set their mind to. As a result, team leads have to stand up to see that the team flourishes. The role of team leads is not as predictable as it seems because there are different team members. Different team members suggest differences in loyalty, experience, and pace. The obvious fact of new challenges leading to uncertainty, stress, and anxiety can impede different team members' motivation. Therefore, team motivation must include a collective motif as well as individual differences. This all-encompassing approach will create a motivating environment for each team member and significantly boost performance levels. A team becomes great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. Here are 10 of those strategies that will keep your team empowered and ultimately motivated. Number 1. Make your team objective known to your team members. One of the most important strategies to motivate your team is having a vision. The challenge of attaining a goal will keep your team motivated to work. Without a clear goal, your team members can be seen as engaging projects without motivation. Goals are expected to communicate priority and consequently motivate productivity. This will give your team members foresight on what tasks must be done and when they are expected to be completed. To rightly define priorities, you must define the long-term and short-term accomplishments. It is important to start by setting small, achievable goals. These small, feasible goals, called short-term goals, can be used to achieve long-term goals. By the way, achieving these short-term goals will serve as further team motivation for more achievement. In setting team objectives and making it known to team members, important team values and work ethics can be incorporated to motivate your team. Such values and work ethics could include accountability, timeliness, tolerance, and so on. There must also be a breakdown of a person's contribution to achieving your team's objective. For instance, some persons would be required outside the work area, while some will be needed to undertake the digital requirements. This clear definition of an individual's role will motivate them to function in their respective role without interruption. Number 2. Familiarize yourself with individual team capacity and capability. Team motivation is incomplete if you don't familiarize yourself with individual team capacity and capability. It would be best if you got acquainted with each team member. That is, you have to tell them that you see them for who they are to your team and whom they can rise to become. Recognition is a major motivation for most persons. To recognize your team members, you need to evaluate their strengths and weaknesses. You will be required to differentiate between skill and talent, expert and newbie. A team can also include both temporary and permanent team members. All these differences must be well provided for to ensure a motivated team. Without a doubt, choosing a team member for a task he's not skilled for is not good judgment. Because such a person will not be motivated to complete such a task, your team might be drawn aback because of such a decision. However, you can make such a decision if you expect the individual to gain a particular skill. But in order to not slow the whole team down, as the team lead, you should appoint an experienced team member alongside the person for a motivated and timely delivery of the task. This is best done when you recognize the potential in such an uncooked team member. Number 3. Reward individual and team efforts. It is essential to reward individual team members for sustainable team motivation. The reward for a job well done is the opportunity to do more. A reward is a major driver of satisfaction and happiness. It will even motivate a hardworking team member to work even more. In your team's case, the way to reward a productive member would be to commit more responsibility to such a person. Such promotion will register in the heart of other team members. It will motivate them to work more for such elevation. However, not to throw away the productivity enjoyed by being a team, you have to keep the competition healthy. See to it that the reward does not cause chaos. Another way to use a reward to motivate your team is by paying team members. An adequate salary matching the team member's talent is a good strategy to motivate your team. Most importantly, the pay should be consistent. An increase in salary with as little as 5% will go a long way to keep a team member motivated. To underpay a team member is to undervalue such a team member. To get creative with healthy competition, you can offer bonus packages for team members as soon as they accomplish a landmark achievement. Number 4, create an open communication channel among team members and with you. Good communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity. As a team lead, you have to strategize when and how to meet your team members. The support from you will go a long way in reinforcing their confidence and keeping them motivated for tasks ahead. During communication, it is important to praise the commitment of every team member. You should buttress your team's vision and the importance of every team member from now on. A constant reminder of an individual's past, present, and future contribution to the team's vision success is an inspiration for team motivation. One popular way to effectively communicate with team members, especially simultaneously, is during a meeting. Hence, it would be best to make the team meeting a happy time for every team member. There wouldn't be any team motivation if team members are not happy. Be all-inclusive whenever you are addressing them. A meeting is an opportunity to encourage positive interactions in your team. By doing so, members can work together to motivate each other. Even less experienced team members can interact with experts, and both members can be motivated to achieve more for your team. Now, meeting team members is fast taking a new shape. The virtual medium is favored above the physical meeting location. Using video channels will prove more effective in encouraging such team members. However, it is also important to note that some meetings can be a waste of time and not help in team motivation. So, you must optimize team meetings to share important information, and team members recognize the meeting's importance. To do so, keep the meeting as short as possible, keep it simple, and invite only team members needed in the meeting. If you are enjoying this video so far, please make sure you subscribe to this channel and click the alert notification to get notified when we have new videos. Also, check out the description below for some amazing products and services that will help you through this process. Number 5, encourage transparency among team members. Although communication is a key strategy to keep your team motivated, you cannot afford to restrict the strategy to meetings alone. Active communication must go on among team members. If not, team members will struggle to fit in. A lack of transparency results in distrust and a deep sense of insecurity. Instead, you must see to it that the team members feel secured around each other. Not just by barely tolerate themselves, but to completely accept other team members for their contribution to the team. For this to be, all team members must accept you as the team lead. With the motivation and respect that they relate with you, you must also encourage them to relate and motivate one another. To keep your team motivated, you must encourage loyalty alongside transparency and security. Firstly, team members must know that you trust them. Therefore, you will not micromanage them. You will allow each member to contribute their best. Freedom at the place of work can prove to be a very cogent strategy for team motivation. After that, you should see to it that the team members are loyal to the team. All of this can only be ensured and encouraged by soliciting transparency. Number 6, work instructions should be favorable for all team members. Work instructions are essential when it comes to team motivation. Favorable working policies will motivate everyone. It is proof that they are not just a tool being used to accomplish tasks, they are cared for. Such a revelation can boost team motivation. Take, for example, a policy that has to do with team members' attendance to work or meeting. You should only enforce a time when all team members have agreed on the same time. If all the team members cannot agree on the same time, the majority of the team members should be allowed to decide if they want a meeting and when they want the meeting to be. This is called a bottom-up decision-making method, a very essential piece towards team motivation. To ensure that team decision favors everyone in your team, you must pay attention to what your team members are saying. Listening is a very effective strategy to win team members over and motivate them. Now, the biggest communication problem is when you are not listening to understand, but instead you are listening to give a reply. This is a team motivation killer. Your team members will take good courage from your humility to listen. Going even a step further to ask them what they want makes them feel at home and motivated to accomplish their task. To keep the team constantly motivated, team feedback of your leadership will prove handy. The feedback should include blind spot. Each team member will like an improvement. Being heard is a key form of team motivation. Number 7, encourage innovative ideas. Team motivation is incomplete without encouraging innovative ideas. Unlike the team's plans leading to achieving set goals, certain team members can come up with fantastic ideas that prove effective to achieve the needed result. Accepting such ideas and acknowledging such a team member's creativity is an important strategy to motivate other team members to be creative with their tasks. More than just being heard, team members are motivated because they are seen as important, decision-making members. It also helps them to show that they care deeply about the team. To motivate this feeling of care for the team, you must support your team members' new ideas. To encourage such a level of creativity and team motivation, you can develop structured idea exercises. During this exercise, the aim is to inspire team members in idea generation or problem solving. The exercise can also be in groups to demonstrate the value of teamwork and interdependence. This strategy motivates each team member to both be innovative and cooperative. The team could use drawing from an unlimited resource, idea pool, to stay motivated. You can achieve this by allowing team members to explore their potential and think outside the box. Present arising questions to them and ask them to turn it into ideas. It can be hard, but it will motivate them to ponder how they can be ahead of their peers. Number 8, provide a cozy work environment and comfortable amenities. To motivate team members to work together under a roof, providing a conducive environment is germane. The work environment is a determining factor on how enjoyable work is. A good design of the work area plays a vital role in motivating team members to come to work and work very hard. When putting together a work area that motivates team members, important factors would include color, noise, ventilation, privacy, and natural light, among others. These factors are, besides co-working spaces and gym areas, are for open team member relaxation. To complement the good looks, a clean environment cannot be underrated in keeping the team members motivated. Work hazard should be at its barest minimum in your workplace. Your team members must enjoy the safety of both their life and property whenever they are on site. Also, you should offer food and refreshment in the workplace if possible. A loaded snack station or coffee machine can do wonders for team motivation. To stay fresh and not worn out, you should make sure your team members subscribe to a flexible schedule with a regular break. Not to ignore members who can be as far as halfway across the globe from the team, you should do 1 or 2 things to keep them equally motivated. For instance, you can help remote team members set up a dual monitor workstation, either by sending financial help or supporting their hard work with team gadgets, such as monitors and other computer peripherals. This will keep such team members motivated and proactive about work. Number 9, allow team members to grow. Team motivation works great when you allow team members to grow. To keep team members motivated, you have to agree that they are not all experts. Even if they all are, their experiences are not equal. Therefore, you have to accommodate developing team members. Punishing failures can demoralize a team member, which is the opposite of team motivation. Therefore, instead of punishing failure, you should allow team members to self-develop. Now, self-development should not be limited to knowledge within the team alone. Introducing an external person to share their experience with team members can provide you with a lot of motivation. Sending team members out for field work can accomplish the same result. Number 10, know your team members outside work. Team motivation would not be complete without knowing your team members outside work. It would be best if you went outside the work basis to motivate your team members. To start with, know their backgrounds and family members. You can accomplish this by showing up for functions when invited by team members. Asking about their family shows that you do care about them. This will help keep them highly motivated because they feel loved. It would help if you also remembered their birthdays. You can even celebrate it if possible. This will keep the happy culture at your workplace. Mingle with your team members. Sit with them during their break. Share memories. Often, try as much as possible to compliment their look. All this goes a long way in keeping the workplace an excited zone and team members a motivated bunch. It would help if you employed gestures such as calling them by their first name. Inquire about their health, especially their mental health and emotion. Encourage a holistic lifestyle, healthy sleeping cycle. Without a good lifestyle, team members are likely to be drained, less functional, and unmotivated. Individuals' vision for their life must also be encouraged and supported by you. It would help if you allowed team members to set high career and financial goals. Even when they don't see the big picture, make them see it. Please share your experiences with them. Empower them to have a growth mindset and aim absolutely for the top of their career. Allow team members to test new water, learn new skills, and aim high in their careers. The motivation that personal achievement brings is boundless to keeping the whole team motivated. The bottom line: to be successful in team motivation, the most powerful strategy you can employ is leading by example. To lead by example means that, as a team lead, you have to be actively involved in both the supervisory role and the manual contributions to achieving the expected result. Hence, only a motivated team lead can lead a motivated team. To remain motivated as a team lead, all the strategies discussed above must apply to you. It would help if you executed it on yourself and effectively communicate it to your team members. For instance, making the team's objective known to team members. To do so, you have to have a well-defined objective that will be made known. When you need to familiarize yourself with the team's capacity and capability, yours must also be well explained. For a team lead to create a committed and motivated environment for other team members, she or he must also be committed and well motivated. Above all, you must be responsible. While others can make excuses, you, as a team leader, have to take full responsibility. You have to show that when something happens, you are prepared, willing, and able to shoulder the burden. This is team motivation and will help motivate your team members to improve. If otherwise, and the team has accomplished its desired objective, you must also reward yourself. By motivating yourself with a reward, your team will also be motivated. Finally, please make sure you rewatch this video and our other videos. Repetition is key to success. Apply these things. You will thank us later. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media.